I broke my nose. I was in Jiu-Jitsu and I got elbowed in the face/eye. And you can see it's kind of like distorted my nose. So why am I telling you this? Well, the reason is because I have something very special to share with you, but more on that in a second. So what happened? How did I break my nose doing jiu-jitsu? Because jiu-jitsu is not a striking sport. How did I do it? Well, simple. I was going to sit up. I was on my back and I was going to sit up, and his hands were on the opposite side of my face. And as he went to pull his hands back, pull his elbow back, I was sitting up. So I literally sat into him elbowing me in the face. So it's kind of like both our faults. I just need to be better at jiu-jitsu. But anyway, so after that, I was sitting there watching my friends roll, and then one of my friends next to me, I said, "Hey man, can I get your phone? I want to see my face because I feel like I got a black eye." And as I looked at the phone, I realized that, wait a minute, my nose ain't straight. My nose is a bit wonky, like more than it usually is. And then I was like, "Hey, do I have a broken nose?" And then people were like, "Nah, maybe it's just bruising." But anyway, I was so in my head that I literally couldn't rest. So I literally left the training and went straight to the hospital and got a CT scan. And the CT scan revealed that I had a fracture on my nose, right? And then I spoke to the plastic surgeon, and then she was basically talking about surgery. And I was like, wait a minute, wait. I've never had surgery in my life. I ain't getting no surgery. Like, just crack it back. And she's like, no, it's not that simple. You can't just crack it back. You need surgery. You need to go under general anesthetic. And I'm like, whoa. I'm like, nah, that's not happening. So basically didn't get surgery that day. And even then, like, you need to fast for a certain amount of time. So I wouldn't be able to get surgery that day. So anyway, as I was in the hospital, with the reason why I'm sharing this video is because I realized why I do what I do. Like, I literally realized why I'm in the health industry, why I'm so passionate about my own health, why I'm so passionate about sharing this message with millions of people, is because as I'm in the hospital now, I'm looking at all these people and I'm just shaking my head. I'm just thinking to myself, I never want to be here. Like, I never want to be in the hospital. And a lot of people, like, of course, I went there for an accident, but a lot of people are admitted to the hospital for issues that can be resolved through nutrition and lifestyle. So, for example, if you go to the hospital for like something that's not genetic, that you weren't born with, for example, type 2 diabetes, if you're going to the hospital to get insulin shots, this is a problem that can be reversed through nutrition and lifestyle. Or, for example, heart bypass surgery, stuff like that. Like, all of this kind of stuff is what I'm super passionate about, because I don't want to be that person who's, having this kind of surgery for issues that can be resolved through nutrition and lifestyle, right? And it's a result of people, honestly, like, believing in the myths, believing in the nutrition advice from the governments and these organizations that people think are part of the government, like the World Health Organization and the CDC. These are not government entities. These are privately owned companies, right? They have vested interests. They're for-profit businesses. These are not government entities, right? So all of the guidelines that people are following, like low fat, like count the calories, avoid red meat, saturated fat, like all of these things result in people having gallbladder surgery to remove their gallbladder because they're not eating any fat, right? Like, if you eat low fat, this is what's going to happen to you. And all of these things people are admitted to hospital for can be avoided through nutrition and lifestyle. So with that said, this is exactly why I created Alphystreading, right? This is why I came out with my program 4.5 years ago now, and it got people great results. And now it's back with an even better way to get you results, because I understand that it's about the beliefs. Like, if you have a belief, for example, let's say you have a belief that you shouldn't eat animal products, right? You shouldn't eat animal protein. Well, I know, based on what I know about nutrition and biochemistry, that you're going to have issues 5 years down the line with your health because you are omitting certain nutrients out of your diet and you're not getting them through plants, right? So you maybe have low energy, maybe your teeth will start falling out, maybe your hairs start falling out because you're not getting certain nutrients that you're going to be getting because you have a belief that is stopping you from doing the easy thing. Like, everything I teach is very simple. Like, it's very simple to be healthy and not have any internal issues, right? But the beliefs is what's stopping people from getting the result. And my job is to help you understand that it's the beliefs that we need to drop and then everything becomes simple. Okay, so this is why I made Alphystreading. And what can it do for you? What can Alphystreading do for you watching this? Well, it's very simple. If you struggle with energy, if you have low testosterone, if you have low libido, if you have belly fat, if you can't seem to control your cravings, if you feel out of control around food, and if you just don't know what to do when it comes to, like, when, for example, let's say you're at a buffet, you have no idea like how to navigate a buffet, you don't know how to order at a restaurant and still be on track, you just let it all go, and then you just, when you travel, everything goes out the window, you don't know how to train in a gym, you don't know about most things to do with health and fitness, or you feel like you need to count the calories and weigh your food every time in order to be on track. That's not true. You don't have to do any of that, okay? Alphystreading is very, very simple. We focus first on the mindset, because most people don't have the healthy mindset to succeed, okay? They have lots of limiting beliefs about what it takes to be healthy. Like, for example, being healthy is really, really easy, okay? Now, if that brings up a limiting belief in yourself, this is kind of what I'm talking about, right? Like, for me, I believe that being healthy is easy. Okay, so that's why it's easy for me to implement these things and live this lifestyle. So for you, it's about getting you to that place where you believe that being healthy is easy. And to get you to that place, we need to get rid of the limiting beliefs, the stuff that it's not your fault, but society has programmed you with. Like, you need to count your calories. Like, that's one way of losing weight, but for most people, it's not sustainable, okay? And me, I'm all about sustainability. I don't want to be weighing my food. Eating is one of life's pleasures. So if you're having to weigh your food every time you eat, that's not a pleasurable thing, is it? So that's not what I do. That's not what I teach. I teach nutrient-dense food. So eating food that's full of nutrients, that's going to help sustain your energy, give you that smooth energy throughout the day, no afternoon crash, no need for a nap, and you have the energy and the fuel you need to do the things you want to do. And the result of this is you will lose belly fat, okay? Increasing testosterone is one of the core pillars of Alphystreading, because everything I'm teaching you is helping you decrease inflammation, increase testosterone naturally, and increase human growth hormone naturally. You don't need to go on a testosterone replacement therapy. You don't need to do any sort of hormone replacement therapy, because once you understand eating nutrient-dense food is the way to increase your testosterone, along with intermittent fasting, training at the end of your fast. These are strategies that you can implement right now to improve your health, okay? And also, one of the benefits is anti-aging, okay? So you're gonna age backwards, right? You're gonna look younger than you are right now because of the fasting that you're gonna be doing every single day, okay? And it's not like you're gonna be struggling, right? Maybe for the first week or two, that's a transition period where you're getting used to it. But then after that, you start feeling like you're limitless. Like, you have all day energy, you wake up with an erection, right? You have morning wood every morning, right? Because I was speaking to one of my new customers of Alphystreading recently, and he said that when he was a vegan, his morning erections just weren't there, right? Like, he didn't have any erections in the morning, and now all of a sudden he's changed up what he's eating, he's starting to eat more nutrient-dense food. Now he's noticing that he's got morning wood, and it's just like, the flag is pointing north every day, and he's happy about it, right? That's a sign of an increase in testosterone. And this is going to have a knock-on effect if you have a partner right now in your love life, right? Like, increased stamina, increased libido. You're going to be more attractive because she's going to sense that testosterone. And you're going to increase your muscle mass, okay? You're going to find it easier to build muscle because you're giving your body the nutrients it needs. For example, when you eat, one example, for example, is red meat. Red meat has creatine, okay? So you don't need to supplement with all this extra stuff, okay? You're gonna get the right amount of creatine you need to build muscle on a complete amino acid profile. So you don't need BCAAs. You just eat the food that is nutrient dense and you will be fine, all right? So this is what I'm talking about. This is what I share in the program. So let me share with you what you're gonna get, okay? So along with like all day energy and stuff, the specifics about what you're going to get, I got it here, so I can just read it out to you. So you're going to get the health mindset to stay lean for life, okay? This is a 497 value, and this is, again, what I'm talking about is getting you in the right mindset before you even start on this journey. Because most people, if you're watching me right now, you're listening to what I'm saying, you're paying attention, most of you watching have tried to lose weight before. You've tried to get in the best shape of your life before, and it maybe just hasn't quite worked. And one of the main reasons, based on my coaching over the last few years, is that most people are missing a core motivation, a core driver, a core reason why they want to do it, right? Most people are just like, oh, I want a six pack, I want to get leaner. Why? Why? And if that answer to that question doesn't make you emotional, then that's probably why you haven't gotten the results yet, because you don't have an emotional driver. You're always saying, I need to find the motivation. Listen, if you have a reason why that's powerful, that makes you cry when you think about it deeply, you don't need motivation, because that's going to motivate you, right? So that's the health mindset to stay lean for life. Super important that you understand that, because that is the foundation. If I'm going to build a skyscraper, I need to build deep foundation, okay? So that's number one. Number two, you're going to get the ultimate keys to finally mastering your diet for life. Another 497 value. Okay, this whole module is literally what I wish I knew 5 years ago about getting into shape and staying in shape by eating nutrient-dense food and knowing when to fast, how long to fast, and when to eat, okay? And knowing what to eat. So if you don't know how long you should be fasting for, when you should be eating, and what you should be eating, then this module is going to be something that is going to change your life, okay? And for lots of people who have already gone through the program, they said this was a game changer for them, all right? And step 3, how to increase your strength and move better pain-free, another 497 value, okay? This is one of the biggest things that I've realized is that when I first started out 5 years ago now, 3 years into my journey, I got injured. And I thought I knew everything about training up until that point, but I didn't. Hence, I got injured. I got a shoulder injury and I got sciatica. And I had to figure out, I had to travel around America spending thousands of dollars on all these different coaches to figure out why did I get injured and what can I do to fix it. Okay, so all of the secrets that I've learned to fixing my body and learning anatomy and understanding the exercises that are not going to give you injury while strengthening you and bulletproofing you are in this module. Okay, so that's number 3. Okay, now number 4, self-care protocols to recover faster and de-stress your life. Another 497 value. So a lot of people come to me, they're entrepreneurs, right? That's pretty much the clientele that I attract is entrepreneurs. And they're stressful, they're stressed out, they're trading, or these days they're doing crypto, right? Or they're trading like Tesla, for example. And they're just so stressed that their body can't burn fat because they're so stressed. So we have to help them to de-stress and help them understand that they are the machine that gets most of the results in their life. It's not anyone else, right? Like I made a video before and it was like, I had sugar and I was going to pour it into my car, right, as fuel. And I said, would you put sugar into your car? No, you wouldn't, would you? Because the sugar is going to make the car, it's not the right fuel for the car. But that's what we're doing in everyday life. And we're actually messing up our body's endocrine system and our circadian rhythm and all these kind of things. So we need to talk about sleep, we need to talk about meditation, all these kind of things, and self-care, like really loving ourselves. And then number 5 is the truth series. So what you're going to get is you're going to get the real truth about all the major topics in health. Okay, so for example, I made a truth video about everything. So what we got here, we got, for example, salt, fat. What is the truth about cholesterol, red meat, dairy, seafood, fiber? Like the truth about all these different topics is why most people are not getting the results they want, because they don't know the truth. They're listening to all the nonsense out there, but they actually have never studied the truth about these major topics in health. We hear all the time, oh, salt's bad for you. Oh, cholesterol. Oh, fiber. You need fiber. Like, do you really though? Do you actually know if you need it or not? Have you ever asked the question? I know I didn't before I started making these videos, before I started researching this stuff, years ago, and now I made a video about it, okay? So you got 13 of those videos, 1497 value. Then we got social eating strategies to stay on track while traveling or eating out with friends and family, all right? So this is the big issue that most people experience is when they go out with their friends and family, there's so much peer pressure around food that, oh, I don't want to be the one, for example, let's say, like your friends are all eating salads and you're the one eating the meat, right? Like you don't want to be that odd one out, right? Like how do you navigate that? How do you order on, like when you're at a restaurant, how do you order and still stay on track with your health and fitness goals? Like for example, most people, they're conditioned through habit to eat like crap when they go on the road, right? A lot of my clients, this is the problem they have when they first come to me is they're good with the routine if they're in one place, but as soon as they travel somewhere, everything goes out the window and they're back to their old habits. So this is, again, back to habits and understanding how to navigate the world, right? Like when you're eating out. How do you eat out? When I eat out, do I order from the menu or do I add extra items to my dish? Stuff like that. You need to know these principles, and that's in there as well. All right. So the key nutrients you need to bulletproof your immune system so you can minimize your risk of getting sick. So this is another thing that I'd provide you with, is how to bulletproof your immune system. Most people don't understand how to do that. And you do that through nutrition and lifestyle, mostly through nutrition. Okay, I'm going to show you exactly what nutrients you need to bulletproof and boost your immune system so you minimize your chances, for example, right now, of getting COVID-19, or even if you get it, you can be done with it in a few days, right? Very, very simple stuff, but very powerful because most people don't know this stuff, okay? And then you're going to get the hotel shred bodyweight workout that you can do anywhere. So one of the things I like to do is empower my clients to understand how to train with their body weight. So that means they don't have an excuse of, oh, my gym's closed. Like, you don't need that excuse if you know how to train, right? So I'm giving people more knowledge about their own bodies, right? Because that's what it's about. When I went to a mobility conference 2 years ago, the trainer, he said, my job is to empower my clients to understand more about their bodies, right? Because I only see them a few times a week, so I need to give them enough knowledge so they can learn about their own bodies in their own time. And that's what I do, because most people in my industry, they just give you the fish. But what use is that, right? I need to teach you how to fish so you can teach yourself and others, okay? So that's what you're getting. And then how to stop emotional eating for good, okay? This is a big one. Emotional eating is probably the root of most people's eating problems. People ask me, how do people put on weight? And my first answer is emotional eating. Because if you've learned to deal with your negative emotions by eating since you were a young kid, when you get older, that's what you're going to do, okay? If you feel negative emotions, which most of us do on a daily basis, how you deal with those is you've been conditioned through your whole life to eat the Haagen-Dazs or eat the cookie. So that's how you put on the weight over time, okay? So we need to figure out the root cause of that and then solve it. And that's in that program that I've got for you, Emotional Eating, Stopping It for Good. 197 value. And then we've got infamous health expert interviews. I've interviewed some of the top people in their space on red meat, cholesterol, and more to come, okay? And also emotional health, like for example, how to live a fulfilled life, because lack of fulfillment is the reason why most people abuse their body. Most people are doing drugs and addiction. It's a whole topic, okay? Addiction, alcohol abuse, all that kind of stuff, emotional eating. We've got amazing content in here that can literally change your perspective on all these massive problems that we experience, okay? And then we've got the Alphystreading community as well. So that's a 297 value, members only, all right? So that's all what you're gonna get. And so why should you take action right now? Like why act now? Well, simple, because this is the second wave of early bird customers for Alphystreading, okay? I'm gonna roll this out to the world after this. So you get to be an early bird customer of Alphystreading if you join right now. You can click the link below this video, or you just go to the link in the bio if it's on Instagram, or you can go to alphystreading.com and you can check out what we got to offer, okay? Because when you start taking action right now, what's gonna happen is you're gonna start getting that forward momentum, right? And if you don't do this now, what's gonna happen? If you don't do this now, what's going to happen? Another day's going to go by, another week, another month, and you're still having the same problems that you had when you watched this video, right? So if you want to change your future, you have to start by changing your present right now, okay? So go ahead and click the link below this video, or you can click the link in the bio if it's on Instagram, because I'm going to be rolling this out to the world, and it's going to be a higher price, okay? And also, I'm adding in a lot of updates to the program. So, for example, right now, the program is amazing as it is, but I'm also going to be adding more amazing things free of charge to everyone who purchases right now, because you're an early bird customer, okay? So all the other people are going to have to pay more because I'm going to add more value later, right? But you're going to get the value for free as a result of being an early bird client, okay? So go ahead and order right now, and I'll speak to you soon. If you, for any reason, you don't like the program, if for any reason you think, oh, you know what, I really want my money back because I don't think this is for me, well, that's fine. We go ahead and honor your 30-day money-back guarantee, because literally I want this to be a no-brainer for you, right? Like this is literally 5 years of my personal knowledge in the health space. My experience working with hundreds and hundreds of clients from different nationalities, different cultures, you know. So people say, oh, I'm Asian, I love my rice, it won't work for me. Well, that's a limiting belief again, right? That's stopping you from doing this, because how would you know if it doesn't work for you if you've never tried it, right? This is not like anything you tried before, because this is about eating nutrient-dense food, right? This is about making sure that you know what it is that you should be eating on a daily basis, what nutrients you need, and how to stay out of the hospital. I mean, that's what I started this whole video with, right? Like, I broke my nose and I was in the hospital and I was like, I never want to be here. Like, some people, like, they're just used to seeing their doctor and going to the hospital. It's like, you don't need to live like that. You can stay away from the hospital for as long as possible. I want to die young, as old as possible, right? So that's pretty much my whole philosophy. And once you get into Alphystreading, you are going to be amazed at how simple this really is. Once you drop the beliefs that you've been holding on to that are not serving you. Like, we all hold on to beliefs about things, like about industries, about getting results, that they're not serving us, but we're holding on to these beliefs so tightly, even though they're not serving us, right? So my invitation to you is to, like Bruce Lee said, empty your cup of everything you thought you knew about health and fitness, especially as it relates to nutrition. And let's get you in the best shape of your life, both mentally and physically, because these two are intertwined, okay? So in the self-care, it's all about mental health. The first module is about the mindset you need to stay lean for life. And then let's get you fit physically with the training and the nutrition, all right? So get access below, and I'll talk to you in the members area. My name is Aaron. Thanks for watching this far. If you've watched till the end, then you and me, we are a match, all right? So if you're watching like 22 minutes of my content, you should be getting Alphystreading, because I know for a fact, if you've watched this far, you're gonna like what I have for you, all right? So let's go, click the link below. It took me a year to make this program, and you can buy it right now, and you can go and watch all the videos and get the same level of knowledge that I have right now for just a little few $100 and change your whole life. Okay, this is like literally everything I know about health in the program. All right, so you're gonna optimize your internal and external health whilst looking amazing, okay? And looking like you actually go to the gym. All right, time to get that beach body. Let's go. Click the link below and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.